Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Brittany. If you are new, don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you did like it. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back to my videos. I really appreciate the support. So today I'm coming at you guys with another story time. I told you I had a shit ton of these. I was gonna do a makeup tutorial, but like on this look, I don't know if you guys can see him. Probably looks shitty, but yeah, I was gonna do a makeup tutorial and then I sat down to do it and I got everything all ready and it was hot as fuck in my room and I wanted the fan on because it was hot, but I didn't want the fan to like overpower the noise and everything. But anyways, so yeah, I wasn't even gonna do a video today at all, but my boyfriend has no fucking time management at all, so I'm supposed to be at the races. He's not here yet because he's working on his Jeep. So here we are. Fuck it. Sorry, I was doing the whole see a chug send a chug on Snapchat, so hopefully I'm already getting some back. This is hilarious. Today I'm gonna give you guys another story time. This one was actually super serious and I can't make this shit up. This really happened. Yeah, so let's just get into it. This is the story time about how me and my best friend almost died. Okay, so bring it back to like, I think we were in high school. Actually, I'm not sure. I don't think we were in high school anymore, but it was me and my best friend, and a lot of you viewers know me personally, so, but a lot of you don't. But just for the person's sake, I'm not gonna say her name, so we're just gonna call her Sarah. Okay, so me and Sarah were at my friend's house, and we'll just call that David. But we hung out there a lot and drank a lot, and it was just like a few of us, and we were watching football, I think it was, and we honestly didn't drink that much. I think I had like a beer or two, and so did my friend. It was like long after we went to drive home, and that was like good, you know, like we weren't doing anything stupid. I think we had smoked earlier in the day, but I mean, I did that so much in high school. It was just the norm. And yeah, so we were at his house and I think it was around like midnight where we were just tired, and so we wanted to go home. And so me and Sarah decided to leave. And when I was in high school, I had a little single cab truck. It was like a little white GMC Sonoma, and it was just a little single cab one, so it was still tiny. Like, Sarah was in the passenger seat, and then I had like a little tiny center section, and then there was me. But I mean, I mobbed the shit out of that thing. We start heading home, and I'm from like a really small town. It takes me like 5 minutes to get across town, and I remember you go down like this long street, and then you make a left to go over the railroad tracks, and then a right. But my friend, my best friend Sarah, she was like, do you think that car is following us? And I was like, no, like you're tripping, because she always used to trip hella hard off like weed. And I was like, I don't think so. So we're starting to head home, and then we realize that this car is like about to hit the back of my truck. Like, it speeds up on us and it's following every move, like driving all fucking crazy and everything. And I was like, okay. So my first instinct was not to go home, because I don't want to know where this car like is. Like, if it's following me, I don't want it to know where I sleep at night. So yeah, it starts following us, and so there's a little freeway entrance that you can take that takes you like a longer route to my house, but it'll still get you there. And I was like, maybe if I hop on the freeway then they'll stop following us. No, this car kept following us, and we couldn't really see what it was because it was pitch black and there was no cars around. But eventually we did find out what it was, because in the end of the story I'll tell you. But yeah, we jump on the freeway, and my truck was like a 94, I want to say, so it didn't like haul ass or anything. And this car just like was riding my ass, and I know we didn't cut anybody off, we didn't do anything stupid, like we were just going home, like, because it came from a distance behind us, so I know we didn't do anything wrong. We jump on the freeway and it's trying to like get around us and go to like the passenger side and stuff, and I didn't want him to get up there, so I like swerved in front of him and would not let him get up in front of me. He wasn't honking or anything, just like driving crazy, like reckless. And so we are freaking out by now. I didn't have any weapons on me, like nothing, because I was just like, I don't know, I had fresh out of high school. I didn't really know how to like defend myself or anything. We start going into the next town, and that's like 15 minutes away. I was like, okay, maybe we were trying to like think of a plan, like, because my best friend, she started crying, like she was freaking the fuck out, like so scared. We made a plan that we were gonna get off on a freeway exit and try and like skirt around and try and go back the other way, because there is nothing in between the town that I lived in to the town that we were going to. There's literally nothing. It's all country. Like, there's no stores, no gas stations, no nothing, like, which made it 10 times worse. So we got off on this freeway, and the turn was like you got off on an off ramp and then you went all the way up and around a bridge to go back down. And I remember I was like squealing my tires, like I was burning rubber. I fucking got back on the freeway and this guy chased us around there. So he was not stopping following us. And I remember I like hit my brakes really hard too, because he was, so it's kind of hard to explain, but as he was riding our ass, I didn't want him to know that we were getting off on the freeway exit, because then obviously he would just follow us. This is a part that I forgot to mention. So he was just riding my ass like that, like this is him and this is me, riding my ass, and I just took this turn is like at the last second that I could, so he wouldn't be able to get off on the same off-ramp as me, if that makes sense. And that motherfucker literally, so traffic is going this way and so is he, and he turned around on the freeway to go and get off on the on-ramp. And so we started freaking the fuck out, because we were like, okay, this guy is like trying to kill us or whatever. I call my mom, I call my dad, and nobody answered. They were sleeping, and they just didn't hear their phones or anything, because best believe they would be down there whooping some ass. And I mean, I fucking probably would have too if I had something, but I had nothing. And so, okay, so we're driving back on the freeway, nobody's answering, so we decided to call 911, because it was really, really fucking scary. I mean, if you guys have a different idea of what you would have done, let me know, and so I know for next time I almost die by somebody. No, but we're driving back home on the freeway, and now I'm crying because I'm freaked the fuck out. And mind you, homegirl has no gas. I always rode like that in high school because I didn't have fucking money, so no gas, no money, no gas, you feel me? But anyways, we called 911 because he's driving reckless. We thought he was like drunk, which he probably was, but he's driving reckless and all over the place, trying to catch up to me, like honking his horn now, flashing his brights at me, like about to hit me, and I didn't know what the fuck to do, but I would like hit my brakes, like brake check him. He wouldn't, like he'd just stop and then go right back to it. Like, it was so fucking scary. And we get on the phone with 911. My best friend's talking. She's freaking out though. Get on the phone with 911 and they were like, what do you want to report? And we were like, a drunk driver that's following us on the freeway. And the lady was like rude. Like, she was just like, I mean, I don't know what you guys want me to do about that. And I'm like, I can't report. Like, you can't send anybody out for a drunk driver? Like, I thought you were supposed to call on that stuff. So she was just taking her sweet ass time, like, oh, let me just see if I could find a cop out while, like, we're about to die. I remember I got off on one exit, and it was just like a little exit that you can just literally get right back on the freeway. Like, it was just like a little circle. And, because I was trying everything to, like, get this guy to ditch this guy. And so I got off on one exit and flipped around and got on back on the freeway, and he just literally just fucking squealed his tires all the way around this off-ramp and on-ramp and followed us. So we're coming back into town. There's an exit. God, I haven't been back there in so long, I don't even know what the fuck it's called. But there was a little gas station called More for Less, and that was like the gas station of the town. Like, everybody went there. And so I figured, you know, somebody was there. I pulled off, and it is pitch black, and there is nobody there. And mind you, my horn didn't fucking work. The reason why my horn didn't work was my fault, because I used to smoke back in high school. I used to smoke cigarettes, and for some reason, my cigarette lighter, every time I pushed it in, it would make my interior lights go out and my horn. Well, hello, you just barge into the door like you own the freaking place. Yeah, so it made my horn not work, and that was really inconvenient because I didn't have any way to like signal like we're in danger, like stranger danger. It's funny to laugh at now, but like it was serious as fuck. So there's nobody there at all. Like, I'm pretty sure it was closed, which I thought it was a 24-hour one, but I guess not. So we get back on the freeway and he's still there, like he's still riding our ass. I'm like blowing stop signs, blowing street lights, because I don't want this motherfucker to stop and catch up to us. I mean, I don't know if he saw that it was two girls in a truck and wanted to like fucking kill us and kidnap us, but I don't know what his motives were. And so I keep driving, then I get off on the main exit of our town, and when you get off on that, like, everything's there. There's a big supermarket, there's a bank, like, all the fast food joints, high school. So and there's usually always fucking cops. So we're driving, and now it's like 12:30 because this motherfucker has been chasing us for forever. We're driving, and right across from like the Taco Bell in town, I see 2 cops pulled over, and I can't imagine what these cops were probably thinking, but I just turned right into them, like, and I didn't hit them, but I like turned right, pulled over, and got out of my truck, and they were like, what's wrong, because we were freaking out, crying, and I was like, this car is following me. And the car, it was a dark green, like, Grand Cherokee, and it just drives past, like, just drives slowly past, but I couldn't get it out in time. I was like, that car, like, but I was freaked out. They didn't know what to do. Like, the cops didn't understand what was going on, and it just took me like a minute to explain what happened, but then the car just got away. Like, they just slowly drove on by and they just got away. And so we're talking to the cops, and the cops were like, calm down. What happened? Tell us what happened. And I was like, that car has been fucking trying to wreck my truck, following us like crazy. I was like, I don't have a horn, because typically you would go, pro tip, if that ever happens to you, go to your police station, your local police station, or wherever one is, and honk your horn. You pull up to the parking lot and you honk your horn, and usually that person behind you will fucking like drive off, or the cops will come out immediately. So yeah, I'm explaining to the cop is like, holy shit, these girls are crazy. And so he was just like, have you guys been drinking, smoking? And I was like, but by that time, like, honestly, my fear, my anxiety, Sarah's too, like, we were sober, we were totally sober. We were just like, he's like literally like trying to run us off the road, just fucking going crazy. And so one of the cars takes off and they try and look for it. They don't find it, and so they were like, well, we have dash cam, so hopefully the dash cam caught the vehicle. Yeah, the cop was like, hopefully our dash cam caught it and we could go, like, find this guy. And we're like, okay, cool. And it didn't get it. So after we, like, calmed down, we were there for, like, 20 minutes talking to the cops. The cop was like, well, would you like me to drive or follow you guys home so you guys get home safe? And I was like, yes, please. So he follows us all the way home, and it's like, it's only literally like 10 minutes. It was probably like 4 miles, but it was through town, so a lot slower than usual. Okay, so yeah, the cop drives us home, or follows us home, and I kid you not, as soon as I pull into like my parking space, which was like on the side of the road in front of my house, my truck stops. Like, it ran out of gas. That's how much gas I had. I didn't have that much at all. And I just think about it now, and I'm like, what if I ran out of gas in the middle of fucking nowhere with a crazy motherfucker behind me and my best friend? We're gonna die. So yeah, I ran out of fucking gas, and we like thanked the cops and everything, and they were like, yeah, we'll keep an eye out on, like, for him. And when it drove by so just calmly, it just irritates the fuck out of me that they got away. But that was honestly one of the scariest times of my life, and I looked for that Jeep. Like, I kept a crowbar in my fucking truck after that because I'll hit a motherfucker, I don't care. I didn't have a gun yet, so yeah. I looked everywhere till I left that town for that Jeep. And so did my dad, and we came home, woke up my parents, like, we were freaking the fuck out, and they felt so bad because they didn't answer their phones, but I mean, it wasn't their fault, they were dead ass asleep. But yeah, still to this day have no idea why anybody would do that, like, why we didn't cut them off, we didn't do anything. And yeah, it was just a really fucking scary time. I just can't imagine what would have happened if my truck broke down, or ran out of gas. And it was just all those factors leading up to, like, the situation, like not having a horn, not having anything to defend myself with, being in the middle of the night, nobody answering their phone, nobody at a gas station, like, it just everything. It was just like a freak incident that just scared the shit out of me and my friend. So yeah, that was the time that we almost, whatever his motive was, got kidnapped, raped, killed, left on the side of the road. I have no idea, but that is a story that haunted us for literally the rest of my life because I always get freaked out. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I didn't enjoy it at the time, but I enjoy telling it. I've been wanting to tell it for a while, but yeah, I just finally got the courage to talk about it again. It was just like a really scary situation for somebody who, like, we had just gotten out of high school, I'm pretty sure, and we just felt like we were gonna die. Like, we felt like somebody was gonna kidnap us, which I really feel like they would have. But yeah, I have so much more stories to tell, like I always say. And if you guys want to hear more story times like this, just give this a big thumbs up so I know what you guys like. And leave a comment down below if you have any suggestions. And I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for watching my videos. I'll see you in the next video.